Hello everyone, in this video we'll see a programming problem, largest square inside matrix. We are given a binary matrix R and C. We have only zeros and ones filled in this matrix. We have to detect a largest square inscribed in this matrix. Here in this example you can see this is the largest square of ones. So you have to print the answer as 3. Here 3 rows and 3 columns are there, so you have to give answer as 3. If it is not there, here you can see 2 are there, here 2 are there, here 2 are there, but this is the largest one. There are a lot of variation are there in this problem, like rectangles, like how many squares are there. There's so many variations are there in this problem, but we'll only solve the largest square, which means only the number you have to print. Either a side of the square size is 3. So how do we solve this problem is, let me duplicate this matrix. What's my approach to solve this problem is, I'm taking 3 cells. When it is 1, I have to do the operation. When it is 0, I no need to take that operation. So what I'm doing is, I have to see the first row and first column. If it is there, I have to handle that separate case, because only one row is possible and only one column is possible. So I have to handle those cases separately. Here how do I solve this? I'm going this 1 cross 1. So I'm going this 1 cross 1, and I'm looking at these 3 cells. The cell which is left, and which is above, and which is diagonal. I'm taking these 3 cells. I'm erasing this. So how do you take is, just above the top, left and diagonal. What is the minimum of these? Plus 1. Well, here minimum of these is 1. All are 1, so 1. I'm adding one more 1. So my answer here, it will be replaced as 2. That's what I'm going to write. Here the answer is 2. So in next round, let me erase all of this. Once I move from this cell, I'll move towards this cell, and then I'm looking what is the minimum. Here you can see 1 is the minimum, but you are having the value 0, so you will not at all consider this value, and you have to move. Here I have 1. I'm looking at all these 3. Here the minimum is 0. I'm adding 0 plus 1, so already it's 1. So I'm going next. It is 0, so we skip it. Then next I'm moving 1. Here it is minimum is 0 plus 1, so 1. Here in this one you have to move, and you're seeing 1 is the minimum, so 1 plus 1, you have to make this as 2. In this example itself, you could have seen this this largest what's the size of is. Here it results as an answer. Here it is 2 is coming, so I can take this value and display it as an answer. That's the answer. Here you can see this 2 cross 2, and the value at the bottom corner will display the answers. So when I'm being in this one, this fourth and third and fourth, third row and fourth column, here you can see 1. What I write is I'll see all the above cells like these three cells, and I'm updating as 1, and here 3 it is 1, and here 3 my answer will be 1. And when here the same thing for this column also, but when you are going this color, just change this. Here I will increase this thickness. So okay, now when you come to here, you have the answer as 2. So what you need to update here is 2, because all of these are 1, so I have to replace this value by minimum plus 1. So here you are seeing all 2, 1, 1 and 2. Here what the value will be is 2, 1 plus 1, so here the answer will be 2. Okay, now I am coming to this cell. Anyhow this cell will be 1 because these 3 minimum and plus 1. When I'm coming to this cell, uh, here the minimum is 1, so minimum plus 1, here our answer is 2. And when it comes to here, the minimum is all 2, so I have to take 2 plus 1, then it will be 3. So this is my answer. This is how I'm going to solve this problem. Okay, we'll switch back to Visual Studio Code, and I write hash define r as 7, and the same thing hash define column for 7, and here you can int largest square, I'm getting as int a, here r and c for int, and you can update it as r. Here again for loop int j and c in from the user, a of I and j, okay. Now C out largest square, I have to pass that a. Here you can write a of r and c. First you have to initialize that max as 0 and return that 0. Return max. When it is only one row or one column, you have to iterate it, so there is no other way. So I'm giving as int and giving r, and if it is a of, it is in a 0th row, so I'm giving here you can give first c and then we'll iterate equal to 1. You have to give max equal to max of max comma a of 0 comma 0 and I. This is conflicting with this function, so I'm giving as capital M. Max is a function, so I'm just making it as a capital max. And same thing for column also, row also, so make it as r, and here I'm giving I, and here it is 0 I, and here 0. So If it is only one row or one column, these two cases will be handled. So now I'm moving to the first row and first column. Here in for loop int j and here as c. I'm making it as 1. You know this, for doing at least this operation you must be in this position. You no need to start from here because these two are covered in the first two for loops. Here from here you have to start. This is nothing but 1 comma 1. So I wrote that condition, and you have to write that down. Now I have to write if the value of a and j is non-zero, then I have to replace that a of I and j as minimum of the above and diagonal. So how do I get the above one? Is a of I minus 1. So the row is previous row and the same column, comma, how to write the diagonal. So I minus 1 and j minus 1. And next I have to take minimum of, with this min, how to write a of the previous column. So I'm staying in the same row and I j minus 1. Close. Okay, now if I have to add 1 to this, so 1. Now this a of I and j is replaced with the minimum value plus 1. So and how to check that this value is greater than the what the current max is, I and j. Here you can give it as greater than max. You can replace that max as a of I and j. Okay, my current value is replaced with the new value. Here you may come across this variation, like from where it's starting, where it's ending, like that kind of variation comes. By that time you need two more tracking variables for max I and max j, or max row or max column. So that is literally simple, and you can do that. Okay, now from the top we'll see we define variables. We'll pass the array. We have max variables, and we'll check the first row and first column, and then we'll come to 1 to 1, and we'll go one by one value, and we'll update that values as in a of I and j, and if it is greater than max we'll take over that value from a of I and j to max, and we'll return it. Okay, now our code is fine. We'll run this program. I'll copy my input data, run. Okay, now the answer is 3. Here you have that answer. Okay, and we can write one more as 1 1 1. Here you can see this is 4 cross 4. Copy and run. 4. So our program executes fine, and all our test cases are passing. So hope you understand this problem and solution. And there are lots of variations in this problem, as a rectangle, what's the biggest rectangle, how many squares are there, like that, how many are greater than a specific number. So a lot of variations are there in this problem. So this is a base for everything, and Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see the next video. Bye.